feminism has affected some of the West. Although I would say that women in America are incredibly abused by a media that spends billions of dollars convincing us that we're just not okay the way we are. And I am angered by the way women are abused and pained. It's not the kind of abuse that we see in other countries, but it's not less damaging. So I think that feminism has reached us, but it has not liberated us necessarily. I also think that I know that there are millions and millions of women who are abused and mistreated in countries around the world, and they need to be liberated. Now, when you look at this from a Kabbalistic perspective, that is because if we speak about the woman as being Malchut, the recipient of the upper spheres, she is in a vulnerable position, susceptible to abuse. So she is compared to mystically the moon, and the male is compared to the sun. It is the moon that illuminates the night. The moon does something the sun cannot at all. But she's still receiving. We are taught that when Mashiach comes in the era of redemption, woman will regain her original light, and we're taught Laila kayom yair. The night will shine like day because she's going to become a sun that is even more powerful. Or as Eshet Chayil says, she is the crown of her husband. That's a very subtle dynamic. When you're receiving, you make yourself vulnerable. So we like to take, we don't like to receive. That's the female modality. And I think that women are abused because we are still in a position where her being Malchut, being that it's not the redemption, does make her susceptible to abuse. And anyone who says that that's not the case is lying to me or to themselves. So unfortunately it happens. However, I would say this. There's an amazing story. When women have a problem with the role of women, or men have a problem with the role of women in Judaism, I have a lecture, it's called Will the Real Jewish Woman Please Stand Up? And I took the title from a story of Reb Levi Yitzchak of Berditchev, where he met a Jew and he was encouraging him to do something religiously, and he said, no, I don't believe in God. And he said, don't worry, the God you don't believe in, I don't believe in either. So my line is, the Jewish woman you're uncomfortable with, I'm also uncomfortable with it. I spent years trying to figure that out. To me, what I came to understand is this. We all have different yardsticks. So Western society measures value according to certain yardsticks, and Torah's yardsticks are very different. So we have to kind of get out of our own ethnocentric lens, or take off that lens and look at life from a different perspective. Then you begin to see how remarkably respected women are in Torah. In fact, they are the catalysts of change. The Talmud says, and this is not even Kabbalah, the generations are not redeemed other than in the merit of the woman of that generation. She's the only one that can facilitate the change for people that they need. Once when I lived in South Africa, we measured weight in kilos. And then I came to America. I was here, I think, 2 weeks to donate blood. And this woman says to me, she was this, obese woman. She says, how much do you weigh? I said, I don't know. She says, oh, come on, honey, you can tell me how much you weigh. I said, no, I really don't know. She says, well, I've got to put something down. And I said to her, I don't know, I guess I weigh at the time, 135 kilos. And she said to me, I don't weigh 135 kilos, like maybe you weigh 135 pounds. And I think that that's what we do all the time. We're measuring in kilos, and we apply that to people who measure in pounds. Or it's like my saying to you, how much do you weigh? And you say 3 liters. It's different. They're different yardsticks. So getting who the Jewish woman is, getting who God is, getting what Torah has to say means I really have to be the empty vessel in order to absorb the truths that are coming my way.